I think quite good.
I'm sorry. Hello, Pinky. Hello, Pinky. Can you hear me?
Uh, yes,
Oh, yes. So, how are you now?
I am fine and I feel quite comfortable uh after taking a nap.
Oh, that's very good, Pinky. Okay, so today we're going to continue with part four, reading practice test. Okay, so for each question, you're going to choose the correct answer. So for this one, I want you to take a look at this. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot of it and send it to you in Zoom so that you'll be able to choose the answer. Okay, so for this one, Pinky, I will let you take a look at the choices from A to H first. Okay, just let me know once you're done reading the choices.
Yes.
Okay, so this time I will let you look and read, then tell me the letter of your answer immediately.
Uh, in an industrial area in California, in the USA, large garbage trucks usually regularly deliver tons of rubbish to a recycling center. Meanwhile, coaches deliver crowds of people who are coming to visit the Museum of Trash. Um, Number 16 is C.
All right, although this might not seem like a lot, it is more than in most museums. Ah, okay. I understand why you chose letter C because it has the Museum of Trash. Okay. However, the answer in here is letter G. The first display they see looks like something out of an animated movie. So it is a colorful elephant made entirely out of rubbish. So this is letter G here, Pinky. Okay, so how about this one? The unusual sculpture.
The unusual sculpture was created out of all sorts of rubbish, all sizes, mobile phones, shoes, sunglasses, plastic toys, car number plates, and anything else that the artist could get his hands on. Uh, number 17 is letter uh, B.
Very good. Visitors are given a list of the three different objects in it.
They have fun trying to find them all. The sculpture is 4 meters tall and weighs around 900 kilo- kilograms, kilograms, which is equal to the average amount of rubbish each person in California throws away every year. Number 18 is uh, letter it.
Very good.
It's
It is certainly shocking to see what the actual or what that actually looks like. So that's letter H. Okay. So before I let you continue with number 19, I will just let you read your answer immediately, Pinky. Like for example, in here, number 18, you don't have to say letter H. Just tell me the answer. All right. Like read the whole sentence in letter H. Okay. So let's continue with number 19.
num why the elephant sculpture is popular. Visitors also enjoy being able to see what happens at a real recycling center. Rubbish which can be recycled is brought here every day. Uh, it comes from 20 towns in the local area.
Very good.
People who live in these places are happy to know that what they throw away will not be wasted. Once it has arrived at the recycling center, the rubbish is put into separate containers according to what it is made from and sold to businesses that can use it to create new products. The companies make a broad range of things out of the recycled materials, and some of them can be bought in the museum shop. What is really exciting is that people go home and tell their friends what they can recycle, says the museum's director. Uh, so why it is fun for the visitors, they also pass on their new knowledge. They can see where all the rubbish goes and learn that recycling is better than just wasting it. Wasting
Yes,
things.
very good, Pinky. So, wow, nice. This is a good start because you've got an almost perfect score in here. So, for that, you got 4 out of 5 for part 4 in reading practice test. Okay, so nice, Pinky. So, in here, Pinky, I want you to take a look at this unit in here. How do you read this one, Pinky?
Okay. The game.
Okay. So thank you for that one, Pinky. So we have here KG. So this is an abbreviation for, I want you to say kilogram.
Kilogram.
Very good. Okay, so kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. Okay, so let's look at this one. I think in Vietnam, you are also using kilogram, right?
Yes.
Yes, while in the US or in Western countries, they are using pounds instead of kilogram. Okay, so any question about part 4, Pinky?
And I don't have any question.
All right, I have a question for you that's related to this article. Okay, what about you at home? Do you recycle, Pinky?
I use pa- the old paper to uh I use old paper to my draft notebook. Uh, it's just like the sketchbook. I use the old paper use use like a sketchbook. I can uh calculate some com complicated uh calculate some com complete some
Okay, well,
Some
very good.
complex math,
Mm-hmm.
complicated math in it, and I can bring it easily to school.
Very good, Pinky. Okay, well, that's nice because you know how to recycle in simple ways. Okay, and yeah, this article is correct. I definitely agreed when it says here that it's better to recycle things than to throw them or wasting them. Okay, because at the end of the day, we are also the one who suffers from what we do to the environment. So the least that we can do is by recycling and reduce the usage of plastics, paper, like that. And what you shared to me is actually a good way of recycling. Okay, keep it up, Pinky. So now let's move on with Part 5. Okay, so for questions 21 to 26, you're going to choose the correct answer. So there are choices in here. So I will also take a picture of the choices so that you can just, while you are reading, you can actually like tell me your answer immediately. Okay, not the letter, but the word instead. Okay, so it's all about inventing the telephone.
The telephone was invented by the Alexander Graham Bell. His first career involved teaching people how to use a system which his father had uh, uh, done to to have deaf people communicate. Because of this, Bell became more and more interested in all types of communication. Uh, Bell wanted to make it impossible for people to talk to each other over long distances. He realized that he had to turn sound into electricity and then back to sound again. This was a big engineering request. In 1876, after several months of hard work on this problem, Bell and his assistant Thomas Watson uh, built it. The first words ever spoken on the telephone of famous Bell was working on their new invention in his laboratory. Uh, wait, the number 625 is the numbers 25 is C succeeded,
Succeeded, okay?
and uh, his laboratory when he accidentally spilled dangerous liquid on his clothes. He called Watson and said, "Come here, I want to see."
Yes, thank you so much for reading this one. So far, so good. All pronunciations and intonations are correct, Pinky. Very good. Okay, so you can see in here that you've got three correct answers. So that's 3 out of 6. Okay, why? Because for number 21, the answer in here is developed. Okay, so how to use a system which his father had developed to help deaf people communicate. And for number 24, this was a big engineering challenge. Okay. And lastly, Bell and his assistant Thomas Watson solved it. Okay, so those are just the answers for numbers 21, 24, and 25. So not a bad score, Pinky. Great. Okay, so do you know why the first ever telephone was called Bell?
Because uh, it was named after Alexander Graham Bell.
That is right. Very good. And aside from the reason that it was named after him, the telephone rings like a bell too. Like like do you if you know the ring of the bell is like krrr, like that. Same thing with the bell. Yes. If we're going to shake the bell, it gives us that kind of ring that the bell makes. Okay, so very good, Pinky. So in here we are going to move on with part 6. So it's just questions 27 to 32. So you're going to write one word for each gap. Take note that you will be the one providing the answer for each blank. Okay, so this is an email from Harry to Oliver, and they are talking about piano lessons. I want you to look and read, then fill in the gaps.
Hi, Oliver. Here's what. I've finally started piano lessons. Like you, as you know, as you know, is something I've wanted to do ever since I was young. Anyway, a couple of months ago, I saw someone playing the piano on TV. He was brilliant, and when I found out he'd only started playing quite recently, that encouraged me to start lessons. I've got a really good teacher, and I go to her house twice a week uh, for lessons. She's very patient. Every time I make a mistake, she explains what I did wrong. Also, I couldn't read music when I started. It's been hard to learn to read the notes on the paper and decide which piano keys to use at the time. But when I finally play something that other people recognize, it really makes me happy. Maybe one day I'll become even better than you uh, are at playing the piano.
Very good. Wow. Nice, Pinky. Okay, I'm sorry because I didn't hear your answer for number 30. Could you please say it again?
To use as the phone tap.
Okay. So actually this is decide which piano keys to use at the same time. Okay, so not actually a bad score. Very good because you've got an almost perfect score. That's 5 out of 6, Inky. Great. Okay, so if we're going to total all your scores in here, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 12 out of, wait a minute, 31 minus 16. Okay, so in total for the reading practice test, you've got 12 out of 15. Oh, am I correct? 31, 32 minus 16. Okay, 12 out of 15. So very good for that one, Pinky. Pinky. Okay, so in here, we will move on now with our writing. Okay, so you must answer this question in about 100 words on the answer sheet below. Okay, so read this email from your friend who is living in another country. So your friend's name is Joe, and take note of the notes in here because this is how you're going to reply to Joe. Okay, so I want you to look and read. So this email is from Joe, and the subject is all about the beach holiday.
Hi, I'm really glad you want to come with me on the holiday. I won as first prize in the photography competition. I now got some more information. We're going for a week to a great hotel near a beautiful beach. There's plenty to do there. Do you want to do activities like surfing and sailing? Or we could just lie on the beach. We have to decide when to go. So, are you free for a week in August? Do you have any questions about the holiday? See you soon. Yo.
Very good. So, what are you going to do? So, on the first paragraph, you're going to express that you are grateful to Joe. On the second paragraph, you tell Joe something. Okay. And on the third paragraph, you answer his question by saying no. Then, last, you ask a question for him so that he can write you something in return after reading your email. So this time, Pinky, how much time do you need to write your response to Joe?
I think it's about 10 minutes.
Oh, very good. Okay, so you know the drill, Pinky. I will let you write your answer. Write your answer or type it. Then, if you want to type it in, oh, it's up to you. You can take a picture of it, or you can actually type it immediately in here. Okay,
Uh,
as long as you can give me the copy of your email. All right?
I write it on in my sketchbook.
Okay, sure, Pinky.
Can you scrap it up? Uh, I can see the
Oh, yeah,
ink.
sure. Okay, here it is.
Teacher, I've finished and I have sent my writing on the chat box.
Okay, so let me um share my screen with you. So give me a second. Which one? This one and this one and this. Okay, so let me read your answer. Can you see your answer?
Yes,
Okay, so here it is. Hello, thank Joe. I'm glad too because you are for looking forward to my coming. I am so excited about going to the beach, especially with you. What's this one, Pink? Oh, I'd rather go sailing. It is not as dangerous as surfing. However, I think we can lie on the beach after sailing for resting. No, but the last week of August is my free time. We can spend that time at the beach. I have a question. Where and what will we eat? Please reply me soon. Pinky. Okay. So thank you so much for writing back to Joe Pinky. Okay, let me see if you followed the instruction in here very well. So first, okay, it says here, "Hi, I'm really glad you want to come with me on holiday. I won as first prize in the photography competition." And it says here that you're going to thank Joe. So in here, hello, thank Joe. Oh, okay. So actually, you did it right, Pinky. Very good. However, we're going to add S to the word thank. Okay, so here, thanks, Joe. I'm glad too because you are looking forward to me coming. So that's gonna be thanks, Joe, period, not a comma. Okay, this is just a period. Hold on. Okay, a period. I'm glad too because you are looking forward uh to my coming. So yes, this is understandable. Very good. So the next one, let's take a look at the second paragraph. We have, I've now got some information. We're going for a week to a great hotel near a beautiful beach. There's plenty to do there. Do you want to do activities like surfing and sailing, or we could just lie on the beach? Let's look at your response. I am so excited about going to the beach, especially with you. Okay, so no need for the comma. Okay. So especially with you, I'd rather go sailing. It is not as dangerous as surfing. Very good. However, I think we can lie on the beach after sailing. Okay, so this is after sailing for resting. Okay, so after sailing to rest. Okay. Then the third one. We have to decide when to go. So are you free for a week in August? Okay, it's asked you to say no. So let's see if you said no. No. But the last week of August is my free time. We can spend that time at the beach. Very good for this one. Okay. Then lastly, to ask a question. I have a question. Where and what will we eat? Very good. Please reply me soon. Okay, so this one you can say, please reply to me soon. Okay, then you have to make an indentation, Pinky. Okay, what does indentation mean? Indentation is when you're going to make some space before you write your name. Okay, and also with this one, thank Joe. Very good. This is indented. This one is also, it should be indented too. Indented also. and this one indented. So for every paragraph, Pinky, make at least one space. Okay, but this is understandable because you are writing on your sketchpad or sketchbook. Okay, so only this one. This one should be put here. Pinky. I'll make at least 2 to 3 spaces before you write your name. So for this one, Pinky, I'm going to give you 8 out of 10. Very good, Pinky. Not a bad score. Okay, so now let's move on with that. So part two is you're going to choose any of these questions. Okay, so you write your answer in about 100 words on the answer sheet. So first, okay, it's all about article, learning languages. So here, you just have to answer about it. So this is the situation. You saw this announcement in an English language magazine. So the announcement is all about learning languages. Do you think it's important to learn a foreign language? Okay, that's the first question. Second question, is it better to learn a language in a group or on your own? Then why? Then we'll publish the most interesting articles answering these questions in our magazine. So if your article is the best or it's very interesting, okay, it has a chance that they are going to publish it in their own magazine. So yeah, you just have to answer 2 questions about the article, or there's another option. Here's the scenario. Your English teacher has asked you to write a story. So your story must begin with this sentence. The friends got off the bus and ran over to join the long queue of people. So which do you wanna do, Pinky? Question 2 or question 3? Hello, Pinky.
Question 2.
Question 2. Okay, how much time do you need for this?
10 minutes.
Okay, so take your time. Timer starts now, Pinky. Are you done, Pinky?
I'm taking the picture of my writing.
Okay, Pinky.
Teacher, can you see my writing in the chat box?
Yes, it's still loading. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I can see it now. Let me share my screen so that we can check it immediately. This one and this. Okay, can you see your answer? How can I rotate this one? Oh, it's here. Oh, so you chose the first task. So here, let's look at the question first. Do you think it's important to learn a foreign language? And you said learning foreign language is now a trend with young people. Very good. They are trying to study to get IELTS. To get IELTS. What's this one?
And
Or?
I write uh, a little bit wrong.
It's okay. That's understandable. And TOEIC certificates. Therefore, I think learning foreign language is very important and indispensable. Nice. The society is developing. Let me see. I think this is the next paragraph now. Is it better to learn a language in a group or on your own? Why? Okay, the society is developing increase developing increasingly. In addition, okay, so there's space between in and addition. To know, in addition to knowledge, you must know some foreign languages. Very good. You should learn a language on your own because independent learning is more effective than working in a group. It can be. Okay. You should learn a language on your own. So no comma, just continue with because. Because independent learning is more effective than working in a group. Okay. Then this is period, than working in a group. Is more effective. Than working in a group, it can be distracting. Ah, independent learning is more effective than working in a group. This is period. Then you can actually mention. Okay, we're working in a group. It can be distracting, period. In short, if you want to get a good job in the future, learn more languages. Okay, more languages. S. Okay, so very good, Pinky. I like your idea in answering the question. So for this one, very minor issue. So I will still give you a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Just take note of the corrections. Okay, so do you have any question about the writing here, Pinky? Okay, so Pinky, thank you so much for joining our class today. So um we covered the class that we have last Friday. So have a great weekend, Pinky, and see you next week on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we will start with my own personal meeting link. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. Bye, Pinky.
Goodbye, teacher.